Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 4 of the United League Championship here on F1 20. Today we are at Spa and we are finally getting into the lobby 20 minutes late after a couple of members couldn't join. But today I'm being co-commented with James Casey.
Hello, everybody, and obviously I'd like to apologise once more for all of the lag last week, but it should be solved for today. I might disconnect from the party or the game a few times, so I might not be here the whole time, but hopefully I'll be here throughout the race.
Yeah, exactly. So we're finally going into qualifying then for this race. And we're just going to quickly run through the drivers, and this is in championship order, of course. And at the moment, the F1 League are dominating the championship. Today, Dizzy Cupid, massive favourite to win the race, will be joined by F1 Maestro, Toro Rosso, Burnout and Rapids for the RRL team. Zed Races and Midget Racing for BPRL with Cyril Hamilton and Cyril Rosberg for CRL. Formula Xbox represented by Stop Matt and Sam, with SRL only represented by RBZ at the moment due to some connection problems, but they're hoping to get Camindo in, I believe. And then it's is it Silent Thief and Jay Pierce for UCRC. So we're into qualifying now. And how do you expect this session to go?
Well, yeah, obviously it's dry, which is the key thing. Last week in Austria we saw a very mixed up qualifying session with the change of weather, but it should be dry. So we should expect to see Dizzy Cupid on pole. Once again, it's a question of who could be best of the rest.
Got Rapids already retiring from the session. Not sure why that is. Is there any reason for that? Did he have a qualifying ban? Not sure what's happened there, but anyway, Stop Matt out on track as the first member. There we go, James Casey's already left the session, so I'll be taking over from here. Stop Matt, the first man out on track, with Sam also out on track, followed by a couple of drivers here, Midget and Maestro also coming out, with Cyril Rosberg out as well. So I'm going to try and get James Casey back into the lobby, so I'll be back in. Apparently nobody could join from CRL, so I'm not sure we can really do much about that. Casey's left the lobby party, as you can see there. So no one out on track quite yet, on a lap, sorry, but we have obviously Stop Matt is the lead car out on track, I believe. But we could follow the timing screens just to see. A lot of cars already out on track, you see by the green dots on the right hand side. So Dizzy Cupid favourite for the race and for qualifying, definitely. His pace has been supreme in his practice sessions, and I'm sure that will follow through in the race for the F1 League. Massive favourites now to take the championship. I don't think anyone can stop them, as we've got James back. Go on board now with a couple of drivers here. Stop Matt starting his lap now in the Sauber. And James is back in the lobby. James, are you there? Okay, he's back. Stop Matt started his lap there into turn 1. A bit edgier on the traction, so I'm not sure how quick it's going to be for him. Is the lobby full? Mike can't join from Camindo. No, it's not full, but Camindo, if you can try and join, that'd be great. So Rosberg's probably going to be up there, hopefully battling for the podium. That's what he'll want to be into turn 1 here. That's a bit better line than we saw from Stop Matt 998. Go on the timing screens very quickly. I don't think we've got any times in yet. Stop Matt there with a 30.4, but I'm sure people will be trying to get a little bit quicker than that anyway.
Unfortunately, now that I've disconnected, I can't see the times.
Unfortunately, yeah, James can't actually, so if he's able to spectate for the race, that should be alright. So I'll probably just take over for qualifying as we've got a Rosberg here with a 29.863. That is 6 times quicker than what we saw from Stop Matt, so that is looking imperious at the moment, much quicker than anyone else we've seen on track so far. Comes into the tricky right hander, quite easy to lock up around that corner. And now into the left hand, he's running a little bit wide though, so that could compromise his time as we come into the left hander of Puon. sticking it to the apex quite nicely, using not as much curve as you might want to out of that left-hander, but still a pretty solid lap so far. It seems to be from Cyril Rosberg now into the left-hander, and can he keep it together here into the right hander? We'll see his second sector time, then we'll compare it to stop mat, which we've seen before. It says 47.3, which is not too bad, I believe. We saw stop mat at 49.0, so stop mat definitely just getting used to the track. Cyril Rosberg, the quickest so far. Sam's just a 10th off his time in that second sector, but we're expecting Cyril Rosberg to go fastest here. A couple of cars out of track. Stockman goes quickest, but I'm sure it's about to be beaten by Cyril Rosberg as he comes into the final chicane. Coming through and down with the DRS open. What lap is it going to be? Looking for a 45. And yeah, it's a 45.579. So, James, if you can hear me, do you expect to see Cyril Rosberg up there battling for the podium? Yeah, I'm not sure if he's actually there, so yeah, he's left the session again, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but you'll see Rosberg fastest. Sam and Midget are both 8 tenths down. I think stop Matt, yeah, I think his lap was stopped there for a cut. We've got Dizzy Cupid, not fastest in sector 1, but fastest in sector 2 on a 46A, and he goes quickest with a 44.859. That's 7 tenths quicker than anyone else on the racetrack. And a dominant performance so far in qualifying for him. That's what we're expecting so far. So pretty big gaps early on as Races goes third. The BPRO of 45.755. We'll try and get James Casey back in the lobby in one. So anyway, Dizzy Cupid looking imperious at the moment. On form as per usual. Rosberg on his in lap now, so we're not expecting quick times from anyone yet. We've got Jay Pearce on lap, so we may as well follow him for a bit, just see how he does. Into turn 1 he goes now, and it's not too bad at all. Nice exit, but I'm not sure if he's going to be challenging up front. We're expecting Dizzy Cupid to be up there. F1 Marsh hasn't set a lap yet, as Stormlight goes a 48.2, so he's at the rear of the field at the moment. Silent Thief, not great, sector 1. See if anyone else is setting a lap time at the moment. I think most people are on their in laps at this point, but RBZ's lap has been invalidated after 30.2. Silent Thief's been invalidated. Jay Pearce's is not going great at 30.3. It's pretty average first sector. For Maestro coming out of track now, he's going to be one of those that are looking to get a 3 on the grid. As Dizzy Cupid just comes in now. Racers going to come in from 3rd place. So quick run down. We've got Cyril Rosberg fast in sector 1, but being dominated in the last 2 sectors by Dizzy Cupid, who's fastest at a 144.859, a 7 tenth gap back to Rosberg. Then it gets a bit tighter. Just another 2 tenths back to Racers. And another 6 tenths back to Sam. Sam and Midget very close, just 8 thousandths of a second separating them, with 4 tenths back to RBZ and a couple of seconds back to Stop Matt. But Silent Thief and Jay Pearce about to finish their lap, so we can go on board with Silent Thief. His lap was already finished, and so is Jay Pearce's due to invalidation. So now Jay Pearce, I think he's going to, yeah, he must be starting another lap, so will Silent Thief. Coming through Eau Rouge now, the classic Eau Rouge. Easily flat on the F1 games, and taken well by him. Anyone else? So who hasn't set a lap yet? We've got Cyril Hamilton, Burnout, Rapids, and Rapids already retired in F1 Maestro, not to set a lap yet. Go on board with F1 Maestro because he's expecting to be up there battling for the podium hopefully today for the F1 League. James Casey's given up, so I'll be taking over for the rest of the race. Here's F1 Maestro trying to get the best exit out of the final corner. He's done a decent job of that. And now into turn 1 he goes. How late will he brake? Just before the, just after the 100 metre board down. And he's taken that very well. A nice exit from him as well. So this could be competitive first sector time. We'll see. I'm not sure what wings he's running, but it'll be very interesting to see what sort of sector 1 he compares to his teammate. And pole position say at the moment, Dizzy Cupid flat out easily through there. But no, he's actually been invalidated through there, so he won't be happy with that whatsoever. F1 Maestro looking for the podium position today, but he's been invalidated. You can see a bit of a shake of the wheel there. 30.4, not that quick, so I'm not sure if we would have been happy with that time anyway. But it has been invalidated nonetheless. And anyone else set a lap? Silent Thief went with no, neither of those have set a lap yet. We'll try and go on board with one of those. Go on board with Cyril Hamilton actually. He's a very quick driver and he's going to be looking to push up the standings at the moment. He's been a bit unlucky so far, losing out to me, the son of mine in Bahrain, but what can you do? And now into Rouge taking a good line, much better than F1 Maestro, who got invalidated through there, now opening the DRS. Get that speed advantage. What will he do compared to his teammate or pole sitter, Dizzy Cupid? He sets a 30.175, so that's a bit slow, a couple of attempts slower than Rosberg and Dizzy. Now to the right hander, decent line run, a little bit wide there, you have to lift off the throttle, which is not brilliant. Now the right hander is taking that quite well, nice to the apex. Rosberg missed the apex on this left hander. What will Hamilton do? He's a little bit tighter, but still not as tight as they'd like to be through there, the Cyril boys. That's where they might be losing a bit of time to Dizzy. Now to the left hander of Pouon, taking a nice bit of curb and ran a little bit more wide than Rosberg. I think he might be close in the second sector to his teammate. He lost quite a bit in sector 1, but maybe that could be a wing difference. He's taking a lot of curb through there. That's a perfect line for him. That's lift off the throttle again, where he would have liked to have been a bit more full throttle, but now a good line for this round. He's been very aggressive so far here, but I think that could be the end. 47.6. It's not too bad at all. See what it compares to Rosberg. It's a couple of tenths off, so he could be looking at 5th, 4th here at best for Cyril Hamilton. Here we go then into the bus stop chicane. Right hander, then the left hander. He's taken that okay, had to lift out the throttle a little bit more than he would have wanted to there, and that's actually been invalidated. That's a surprise. So it would have been a 46.1, which would have put him 4th, as I said, but that lap has been invalidated, so that's the end of that run, I believe, unless he's going to go straight away for another run. Cyril boys not very happy at the moment. So Hamilton will get a quick clue whether he's actually going to set lap. Maybe he's not going to use these tyres, that's why he's speeding in, but it could be that he's trying to set another lap, and it's a 30.044 on less fuel, it's got to be said, but even so, that is a pretty good first sector for Cyril Hamilton, looking like maybe challenging 3rd or 4th at the moment. Anyone else out on track? We've got RBZ back out on track. We'll go on board with him in a moment, but at the moment Cyril Hamilton, his lap's been invalidated, so that's the end of him. And for Maestro coming back out, trying to set his first lap, as well as Jay Pearce. Stop Matt's down a lap, and that's a tiny bit. Is that quicker than his first time around? I'm not sure if it is. 30.651, so yeah, it's about 6,000, pretty consistent from him, but he'll be looking to gain a couple of seconds here in the second set. It was a 48.7, so he needs to gain about a second to be able to challenge with the guys ahead in this sector alone. Pushing the gears in the now into the left-hander. A good line through there, and yes, I have a very bad cold, so apologies for this. But anyway, now into the right-hander of the chicane, and now into the left-hander, running a little bit wide. That's not the ideal line through there. Into the right-hander he goes, and a pretty decent line, and it's a 48.715. So that's a little bit slower. It's going to be about an identical time at the moment to his last lap. Can he gain any time in the final sector? Let's see as he moves into the bus stop chicane. Right-hander, then the left-hander, running a little bit wide, not what he would have wanted to do. And out the corner he comes. Will he be able to improve his time? It's a 48.287, and that's not an improvement on his last time. So we've got JPS out on track, we've got F1 Maestro out on track. We'll go on board with him for a bit here. Taking a nice wide line into that final corner, and here we go, out the final corner we go. Into the first corner. Nice hairpin. He's broken very, very late, and that's why he's run a little bit wide, not quite as tight as the apex we would have liked, but that's allowed him to get a nice little exit out of there. and now into Eau Rouge. Pretty simply, flat out. Most of the time in this sector is gained through the first corner, and now into the chicane. What's this first sector time going to be? It's a 30.026. That's very competitive indeed. Let's see if he can gain any time in the second or third sector, as he will want to do. Into the right hander, very easy to lock up in this corner, but he's done that pretty well. He's going to look to keep it nice and tight. The ATX ran a little bit wide, but he's managed to hold it here. And now into the left hander. He's taken a bit more curve than the Zero boys have been doing so far. And now into the left hander of Puon. They take a lot of speed, slight lift, and that's at the right hander, and that's good. And now into the chicane. It's going to be right then a left. How much curb will he take? He's taken quite a bit of curb. That's a pretty good line through there, I'd say. Right, a little bit wide. That's lift off the throttle a little bit more than he would have wanted to. But now into the right hander. What's the second sector going to be? It's going to be very important. It's a 47.374, so that's competitive with races with Cyril Rosberg. So it could be third or fourth here for him at the moment. Not sure if he's going to be able to get second unless he gets a really good final sector. Now into the bus stop. It's a nice late braking for him. He's going to get it all slowed down. He's run a little bit wide, so that could compromise him through the left hander, but he's held it quite well. He's got a poor X out there out to a short shift quite a lot, and that moves him into fourth on a 1:45.819. Lost about half a tenth of a second there to races, and that cost him third place. So Mudgett out on track. Quite a lot of drivers now out on track. I believe Stomach's retired. Jay Pearce on a lap, 30.2, decent first sector for him. And now trying to gain time in the second sector, which he's going to need to, into the left-hander. Done a decent job through there. And now into the right-hander of the chicane. He's very, very wide compared to F1 Maestro through there. Not great, and he's round wide again. So you sort of see the difference between the two drivers. There are 10 drivers out on track at the moment, so we'll try and keep up with all of them. Jay Pearce, though, not on a very fast lap, so we'll try and move to someone else who's out on track. Got a couple of drivers on the out lap. Hamilton's on his out lap. Does he? Rosberg, trying to go on board with one of them. Got Burnout, this could be interesting, on his out lap as well. Sarah Hamilton on a lap now then. 30.3 nearly. It's not great from him. Does he keep his run very wide, trying to let someone through? I believe that could be Sarah Hamilton, which is interesting indeed. Jay Pearce, not sure what he's done. He's in 8th at the moment on a 47.0. Sam's in the wall. Not sure if that's... No. Has he retired? I think he might have retired after that being invalidated. Yeah, he has. He's retired after being invalidated. RBZ now maybe coming to start. No, he's coming into the pits. F1 Maestro on an out lap, or he's just been invalidated, I think. Cyril Rosberg, is he starting a lap, or has he finished a lap? I think he might be on another out lap. Yeah, out lap for him. Or is it a flying lap? It's a flying lap apparently, but I'm not 100% sure if that's right. No, he's definitely on an out lap. This is on an out lap. Hamilton's been invalidated. Burnout, this could be an interesting one. See how quick he goes through the first sector. Opening up the DRS now and moving towards the end of the first sector. What will he do? Looking for about a low 30 for him at the moment, and it's a 30.002. That's very, very competitive indeed. So it's looking good at the moment. Can he get? He's missed the apex a little bit though, but he's taking good speed into the right hand now. Tricky right hander. He's going to try and keep it to the apex. He's done that pretty well. And now, got a bit of oversteer there, but that's the end of the session. Does he keep us still fastest on a 44.8? We're going to try and go out on board with Burnout again. In broadcast view. He's run a little bit wide through there. I believe we've gone board quickly for this. We'll go back to the broadcast view for this chicane. Through the right hander, he's taking quite a lot of curb. Now the left hander again, taking a good amount of curb. I wonder what a second sector is going to be like. We won't know until the end of the session now. On board with him here. Good little camera here. He's not too far from the leader apparently, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. Comes down to Blanchimont here. And take it obviously flat out on pretty much all the F1 games. I believe it's going to be flat out. But no, he's actually been invalidated. I thought he might have been. It doesn't look like he's going flat out. He's not. So that's the end of him. Sarah Hamilton's had enough. So Rosberg's done. Burnout's done. I think that could be the end of the session. So looks like we're going to have Dizzy Cupid on pole, unsurprisingly, for the Belgian Grand Prix. He is going to look to win again. F1 Maestro not very happy with his lap, but he will take 4th place indeed. So it's an interesting qualifying session. We're just going to see how it ends in a moment as soon as Cyril Rosberg and Burnout are done. A bit of a glitch here, I think, with Burnout. We're not going to exit, of course. Not sure what's going on here, but yeah, we do have Dizzy Cupid on pole. Unsurprising, really. He was obviously going to be the dominant driver. Unlucky last time out in Austria, but there we go. Dizzy Cupid takes pole position with a 1:44.859. Cyril Rosberg did improve to within 4/10 of the McLaren man on a 1:45.248. Next came Racers with a 1:45.745, making it 3 different teams in the top 3, with the F1 League, Zero and BPRL all participating in the top 3. F1 Maestro is 4th on a 45.819, a little bit back to Mighty Midget for BPRL. The only SRL member, RBZ, came next, with Formula X Box being represented by Sam. Jay Pearce, Silent Thief, next for the Red Bulls. Starters next. Rapids and Burnout did not set up, but watch out from Burnout on the back. And Cyril Hamilton did not set a lap. So expecting Burnout to come through the field, as he was very quick. Does he keep an eye happy with his lap? Despite being on pole, this is the biggest bottle of a lap ever, but oh well, it doesn't really matter, does it? As it's nice and sunny here, so I'm not expecting any rain for this race. Be interested to see how Burnout can do from the back, see if Dizzy can romp to a victory, which we're all expecting. It is the grid once again. I'm actually ahead of Hamilton, which is unfortunate. Then it's Burnout and Rapids for Toro Rosso and RRL. They're doing well in the championships, they'll be disappointed by that. Stockman managed 10th, by the way. And Racers Maestro, Dizzy looking at a league of his own on race pace, I'd say. He said it was a bit of a bottle of a quality lap to be 4/10 clear. That's pretty amazing from him. But anyway, we're about to go in the race. RBZ says he doesn't push too much, trying to save tyres from getting invalidation. So tyres, so it'll be interesting to see where he can come. He had a decent qualifying session nonetheless, despite not pushing too hard at all. We're just waiting for 2 drivers now, and then we can start the race. I'll get straight out of the way. So here we go indeed. We're about to start the race. That is a problem with the broadcast, but I'm not sure that is the case. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights. And away we go here for SRS ULC. So we're going to retire straight away and go aboard with the F1 Maestro, who got a great start from being host, I think. And I think that's Cyril Rosberg being spun around. Dizzy and Maestro both span. Oh my goodness, what a magic start to this race. A mental start to this race. Got Cyril Rosberg down at 11th. Dizzy keeping his round. I'm not sure if he's got any damage. We'll try and see. I don't think he has any damage, but this is sensational. Z Racers leads. BPRL 1-2 at the moment. We're going to go on board with Mighty Midget now. In a better camera angle, we've got the RBZ and Sam all in a cluster here. Racers leads from RBZ and Midget, as Midget trying to get the inside of RBZ, but he couldn't quite do that. But that's massive for this race. Both McLarens are down the order after hitting each other. F1 Maestro running wide and caught. I'm not sure if he caused it, but there was carnage at turn 1. Now we've got Midget around the outside of RBZ into the left-hander, but Midget backs out sensibly. Now Midget all over RBZ as Racers gets a large lead already. Starting to pull away. The dirty air will not be helping the Mighty Midget here, as RBZ has pulled a little bit of a gap. We've got Rapids now going up the outside of Sam. He's got that move done. Hamilton will now go up the inside of Sam, who's been touched. Not sure who by, but he's managed to keep it together nicely and only lose 1 position. I think that was Stockman actually. Not sure where Sam is. Sam's behind now. Got Jay Pierce all over Sam. Then it's Cyril Rosberg. Dizzy now looking at him. He will not be very happy. We're going to go on board now. He's right behind Burnout, and I think he might have severe damage here, yeah. It looks like he has damage. He's not going very quickly whatsoever. And now, does he now go maybe around the outside of Banner? He's taking that position, so Dizzy's back up to 9th. I wonder where F1 Maestro is. He's down in 12th. Does he have damage? We'll see in a moment as whether he pulls into the pits or not. But a manic start to this race. Racers will lead the race. We should go back on board as, yeah, F1 Maestro does pull into the pit. So does Rosberg. So does Burnout. Dizzy doesn't though. We'll go back on board at the front. And RBZ looking at races at the moment then. Can he get the slipstream? It's going to be a slipstream fest here, but that's not going to matter because it's Midget on RBZ at the moment. Midget trying to go around the outside maybe of RBZ. RBZ's defending the inside, but he's still in the slipstream of races now around the outside here. Midget, can he get the move down this? Oh, contact again. Where's Midget gone? Midget's had to go across the escape road here. Rapids now is all over him. As we come into the right-hander, can he get the move done? No, it's a three-way train now for third place. Midget squeezed out there a little bit, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Didn't quite see it very well. Rapids now all over Midget. Cyril Hamilton comes next, then it's Sam, and a little way back, Stockmat. I think that's just been a pass. Sam's just past Stockmat for that 6th place. But can Stockmat look to get that straight back? We'll see in a moment here. He's got a decent line for there, but I think he's let Sam through to try and help before next one to get the most amount of points. Now we'll see Dizzy Cupid. We'll see what he's all about, this guy. He's claimed to be one of the quickest guys in this game, and if he can win the race from here, then that will definitely be the case. Into the right, and he's all over Jay Pearce. This should be a simple move with the stick. He's got much better, so I think Jay Pearce is going to pretty much let him past. They're going side by side here, though. Can Dizzy go on the outside? Oh, he doesn't want to be involved in another collision after turn 1, but he is fine, and he moves up into 8th place. We're back on board at the front because of Midget after that small collision with RBZ, but we're going to go on board with RBZ because he's now all over. Racers are going to go on board quickly here with him. We'll go back to the broadcast view as we've got Racers being hounded here by RBZ. RBZ save. Said he didn't push much in qualifying, and this is showing in the race as he could be about to take the lead of the race. He's all over Racers. He's going to go up the inside maybe into the chicane. He's got the speed advantage over him, and he's gone into the lead. Can he hold it though? Into the right-hander. And he has, yes, he's taken it already, and that is the lead for RBZ. So RBZ leads from Racers. That's Rapids into 3rd as well. We missed that because of the battle for the lead. And this is amazing. Amazing stuff here. RBZ leads from Racers, from Rapids, from Midget, from Cyril Hamilton. A cluster of 5 look like battling for the lead as Midget's now being hounded by Cyril Hamilton. Can Cyril Hamilton maybe go up the inside? No. Midget's covered that off quite nicely, but there's a bit of a gap now from 4th to 3rd. Is there anything going for the lead? Where's RBZ? RBZ seems to be pulling away here. RBZ seems to be doing quite a lot on races at the moment. He's doing very, very well indeed. As I know you guys love this, we'll take a quick look at the race director. We've got RBZ leads for SRL. From Racers, from Rapids, from Midget, from Cyril Hamilton, who started on the primes, and this has been perfect for him to go from 4th to 5th in the battle for the lead on the primes. Terrific driving for him. Dizzy's now moved up to 6th, showing his pace. Simon 7th, Stockmat 8th, Jay Pearce, Burnout, Rosberg and Maestro have all sadly had to pit. I'm not sure what happened to Silent Thief. Maybe he's disconnected from the race. But RBZ leads here into lap number 4. Now going to go on board with Rapids as he's all over Racers. Diras, of course, enabled. That's how RBZ was able to get past Racers so easily. Now up the hill, maybe it's going to be Racers on RBZ this time. We'll have a look on board, see what the speed difference is. And here we go. Yes, he's definitely going to get him. Going to get alongside him at least here. RBZ trying to defend the inside, but we've got Racers on the outside into the right-hander. We said this is going to be a dominant win for Dizzy Cupid, but all Racers had to go across the grass as Stockmat's left the session for some reason. He might have disconnected, I'm not sure about that, but he is out. We've got 3 battle for the lead here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Racers has taken the lead after going to the escape road. He has taken the lead of the race, but RBZ is all over him again here into Puon. Can he make the move? No, he's not quite going to be close enough. I think that's Cyril Hamilton in the background. looking very, very good indeed on those prime tyres. Yeah, it is him, I believe. Yeah, it is. He's got ahead of whoever was behind him. But here we go. We've got racers on the inside. RBZ around the outside. Here we go. RBZ now on the inside. And Rapids is all over them as well. RBZ has taken the lead. What a brilliant move into that chicane. And Rapids is now all over Racers. Surely he's going to make the move. He's got a much better line through there. Racers has run wide. Here comes Rapids. Can he get the slipstream off RBZ? I'm not sure if he can. He's going to have to go the long way round the outside. Hamilton on the primes is now going to be all over this battle for the lead. This is working out really well for Cyril Hamilton after his teammate was robbed of a potential podium position, it looks like, as Racers pits on lap 4. Not sure what he's going to come in for, but we're going to go back on board with the lead battle. Hopefully we've got Cyril Hamilton out at the back of the battle here. He's on the primes. He is looking very, very, very good for the race. As now, surely Rapids is going to go all over RBZ as we come up the hill of Eau Rouge. We'll go on the cinematic, on the broadcast view of Rapids. He's going to be all over RBZ for the lead, but Cyril Hamilton could also make it. Here we go. Cyril Hamilton's on the outside of, the inside of Rapids. Here we go. 3 are back for the lead. Rapids going on the outside of RBZ. RBZ's hold on the inside. Now Rapids has taken the lead. Hamilton's going to look to follow through on the outside. Has he made the move? I'm not sure if he has. I think they're still side by side. That's Dizzy Cupid already back in the battle for the lead. They're in 4th place. Blackwood's on fire. BPR, CRL are terrified, sorry. And Rapids is leading now from RBZ and Cyril Hamilton, who's looking very, very good at the moment. But you have to say Dizzy Cupid is looking very good, who's now somehow in 4th place, just showing his pace. Just overall pace as RBZ has run wide. We'll go on board with that battle then. F1 Maestro run. He's at the back. And now RBZ looking behind at CRL Hamilton. But it's Rapids F1 who now leads for RRL. I said they were doing well in the championship, and this is why. He leads from RBZ, who is just ahead of CRL Hamilton, who's just ahead of Dizzy Cupid in turn. Rapids has got a bit of a lead as here comes Dizzy Cupid around the outside of CRL Hamilton. Is he going to be able to make that move stick? He's clearly got the quickest pace around here. Cyril Hamilton though has managed to hold him off for now. Cyril Hamilton nearly hitting. Oh my goodness me, here comes Dizzy on the inside. He spun out. Dizzy span out as RBZ goes into the pits. What happened there to Dizzy Cupid? He has span, and that's the second incident he's been involved in today. He will not be happy whatsoever, but that doesn't matter at the moment, as we've got Dizzy, Cyril Hamilton, and we've got Rapids getting in a bit of a lead at the moment here. Dizzy Cupid almost as Verstappen, indeed he did. As now, Rapids F1 leads the race from the prime running Cyril Hamilton, which is very, very impressive from him. Is he going to be able to get the DRS and overtake? If not, we'll look down the order a bit. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get up the inside here. He's got a lot of speed advantage. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to take that place. So, quick race story update with the pit stops, of course, coming as early as lap 4. Rapids leads from Hamilton and Dizzy. They all haven't pitted yet. Then we've got Racers, the first to pit, and he's gone onto the options as well as RBZ. So those two are the only ones on the options. Midget on the primes, as well as J. Pierce, Rosberg, Sam, Burnout and Maestro. All of Burnout, Maestro and Rosberg, of course, losing out after the early collision on lap 1. So Racers in 4th, Midget in 5th. Wonder if there's any battles going on at the moment. I'm not sure if there are. J. Pill, here we go. This is definitely a battle now. A 4-way battle for what looks like 7th place, leading by J. Pierce at the moment, who looks like what tyres is he on? He's on the prime tyres. I think all of these could be on the primes. J. Pierce leading that battle, but looking behind. And what's that? I think something happened behind here because we've got Burnout, Sam, and Cyril Rosberg has lost out again. Cyril Rosberg has lost his front wing once again. So, carnage here in ULC. Cyril Rosberg has lost his wing for the 2nd time. I didn't quite spot what happened there, but I think, according to the chat, Sam might have caused that collision. Cyril Rosberg will be gutted. F1 Maestro is going to take them both. Yeah, apparently Sam has taken Cyril Rosberg out, so Cyril Rosberg will be bemoaning his bad luck at this point. It devastates for him. Maestro takes both of them into 9th, but that is unbelievable for him. For Cyril Rosberg, is Dizzy Cupid comes in for a fresh set of the prime tyres, so does Rapids. Does he? Sorry, yeah, he comes in, and Dizzy has managed to jump him unbelievably. I'm not sure if that's lag. Doesn't look like it is. Dizzy Cupid, unbelievably, has managed to overtake Rapids in the pits. That was unbelievable. Apparently he did that. Yeah, okay. Dizzy takes Rapids, so I think it could be him, into one of the top positions. That's RBZ on the options. Look how much time he's gained. Look how much time the early pitters have gained. Midget and Racers, the effective race leader now, is already into the second sector, and Dizzy Cupid is just at the chicane. So it's looking very good at the moment for Racers. Hamilton still leads. United League Championship, this is where 7 leagues have combined to create a league, 2 drivers from each to see who is the quickest league in the F1 game. There's no real website to this league, it's just a Twitter account at ULC with a C starting the word championship, UL Championship. You can check it out there if you want. I'll probably put it in the chat in a second. Oh, this is the Twitter at. So anyway, Cyril Hamilton now leads. I'm not sure if he's going to come into the pits. We'll see. Yeah, he does. Sorry, he does come into the pits. So the race leader comes into the pits. But interesting to see what tyres he comes on as the option running Racers leads the Spa Belgian Grand Prix once again. So it's now Racers from Midget, from RBZ, from Dizzy, with RBZ and Racers on the options, obviously going to gain an advantage over the rest of the field. Cyril Rosberg and Sam have both pit. And Makey03 says hi to you as well. I hope you enjoy the race. So Sarah Hamilton has come out on the option tyres after starting the prime, so we've now got a run of option prime. You know, a lot of primes at the moment. Sarah Rosberg and Sam have pitted twice, unfortunately for them. BPRL 212, let's go, yes. RL, no assist, no traction, no ABS, but dynamic racing line is allowed. So go for this, see if there are any battles, but we have RBZ now catching up, unsurprisingly, on the option tyre, catching up to Midget to halt that 1-2, as BPRO JM28 said in the chat. Yeah, it's looking like a BPRO domination, not quite the F1 League are dominating the standings, and I expect Dizzy to try and come back into the race, but we'll see how well he does. It is a proud day to be at 1-2 in this league. It's very impressive. They've done very well to avoid the carnage, and Midget has done very well as Racers. Midget though on the primes, being caught by RBZ, but we shouldn't pay too much attention to this, especially given RBZ is on the options, so he's obviously going to game. It will be interesting to see if Midget can stay with him once probably the inevitable happens. And he passes Midget, so here we go into the bus stop. Can RBZ make the move as early as the bus stop? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to, but it looks like Midget will be able to hold it for now, but this should be only a matter of time. And Dizzy lurking in the background there, followed by, looks like Cyril Hamilton, who's on the options. So we've got RBZ going to the inside now of Midget for second place, and that isn't quite moved done. He's still on the outside now. Who's going to get the DRS? I think RBZ might, yeah, he will be getting the DRS. This should be an easy move. Midget might have been better off lifting off there. And here comes RBZ. He's got the mass speed advantage thanks to Slipstream. Midget giving him the room. Nice, like he deserves. And going up the inside here, RBZ, the inevitable looks like it's about to happen. And RBZ moves into second place to stop, unfortunately, that BPRO 1-2, which we were enjoying for a matter of moments. Cyril Rosberg sets the fastest lap on the options with 47.7. And that is move done in the past. Yes, that lap is, that 1-2 is in the past. So, that is now Racers, who is looking at a commanding lead at the moment. He's doing a great job of looks like dominating this race, but now we're going to go look at Dizzy Cupid, see what he can do in the McLaren. Is the stream laggy? I think I can change the settings. But anyway, here we are on board. Dizzy Cupid has moved now into third place. He's moved ahead of Midget. I'm not sure what's actually happened to Midget. He's moved down the order. He's now into 6th. He's coming to the pit, so unfortunately for the mighty Midget, he has had some sort of collision. He's come into the pit, so I was trying to change the quality for someone in the chat, unfortunately, and he is into the pits. He must have had some sort of collision, and this is gutting for the... So, Midget comes into the pits, comes back out, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys, that I missed that. It's my bad. But Racer still leads for BPRL from RBZ, who's now under attack from Dizzy. Dizzy goes around the outside, and that was good timing to watch that. Dizzy keeping on the prime tyre has passed RBZ into second place. Who have we got behind RBZ? We've got Rapids F1. Is that enough? Sorry, that's Cyril Hamilton right behind him at the moment on the options as well. So he's going well at this time in fourth place. Said his prime tyre opening stint was working, and that's exactly what it's done. So then we've got Rapids in fifth, followed by Jay Pearce, followed by the mighty Midget. Unfortunately, he must have been involved in the collision there. I feel very sorry for him, and very unfortunate indeed. Sorry I missed it, guys, but Burnout F1 I thought was going to do a little bit better than he is at the moment. F1 Maestro in 9th, he'll be disappointed after his lap 1 crash. Rosberg, nothing he could do in 10th. Sam in 11th after apparently taking out Rosberg, but I won't confirm that. Racers still leads. Not many battles coming out of track, but we can see, oh, here we go. We've got RBZ coming under attack from Cyril Hamilton. Cyril Hamilton goes up the inside, and Cyril Hamilton, using the pace that he showed earlier on, takes third place, but he could come back straight back under attack from RBZ. Assume it's fine. Okay, I'll just continue as it is then. I didn't have any warnings on my screen, so now RBZ going to look to take that position straight back from Cyril Hamilton. Maybe that could be baptism of fire from taking that pace for Cyril Hamilton. We're on lap 11. We're halfway through nearly the Belgian Grand Prix. It's looking very good for BPRO, apart from that crash for the mighty Midget. RBZ has lost quite a bit of time to Cyril Hamilton. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get DRS now. I don't think he has, so that is moved on. Rapids, J Pearce, Burnout under attack from Midget here. The mighty Midget looking to make the move once again. I think he could be on the... Is he on the primes or is he on the... Yeah, he is on the primes again, catching someone on the options, which is interesting. He's about to take him here, going around the outside now, opening the DRS. Burnout really struggling at the moment, despite showing decent pace in qualifying until his laps were invalidated. Mighty Midget around the outside very simply to take that position and into 7th place, looking to make a little bit of a comeback here. Rosberg getting quite close to Maestro, you have to say at the moment, but still a decent guy there. Sam falling behind a little bit. But now, here we go, we've got Dizzy Cupid all over Racers on the prime tyres compared to Racers on the options. Dizzy Cupid lost about, I'd say, 15 seconds after that opening lap crash. It's now lap 11, and he's now going to take the lead of the race, and he has done indeed. He's run the outside. Dizzy Cupid 519 leads the Belgian Grand Prix. A brilliant, brilliant comeback from him, and you expect him now to go on and really dominate this race. Just a sensational driver's race as comes into the pits after his option stint. Cyril Hamilton, of course, staying out on another set of options after he started on the primes. RBZ carrying on as well, along with Rapid, along with Jay Pearce. Midget now all up. Burnout is all over Mighty Midget, looking to retake that place. He's managed to stay with him very, very well. Now on the outside of the bus stop chicane, Midget giving him a nice bit of room. Hopefully not another collision. He's had to cut that corner a little bit to try and give him the nice bit of room. Good racing from these boys, and that's a very good line through there from Midget, and he managed to keep the place. But now we've got Burnout with the DRS. Stay on board, because I don't think there's many more battles apart from the pit stops occurring. Now we've got Midget all over. Burnout's all over him. This should be an easy move for Burnout. Up Eau Rouge. Surely he's going to have to lift off. 6 stops trying to look very cool. Yeah, I completely agree. And now Burnout looking with the DRS. This should be an easy move up the inside of Midget. And it looks like that move could be done. But Midget has done well here to hang around the outside. Can he do that? I don't think he can. But, oh, Burnout's had a bit of a moment, which is Midget back up the inside. This is a good little move here. Good little battle And now on the inside, the Mighty Midget's looking at the comments there. At the inside for Mighty Midget. Burnout can't quite get that move. This is a good battle for 7th place at the moment. Burnout's got a better exit. Can he look up the inside? And here we go. It seems as if Coteria, that's true. Burnout the inside of Pooh, and what a move that is. A brilliant move for him, but Midget's got the speed through the corner. And I can run the outside. And he can't quite make the move. And Burnout has managed to keep that place. This is a really, really good battle at the moment. And now surely it's going to get even better, as if Mighty Midget can stay with him. He'll be able to get the slipstream into Blanchemont and into the final chicane. Sorry, we're not on board with any more battles, but this is the battle, the main battle that's going out on track at the moment. So here we go through the Blanchemont, and here is Mighty Midget looking all over Burnout. He's going to get the inside. It's been a whole lap battle here that we've stayed on board with. Midget slightly cut the corner there, but he's managed to stay with Burnout. He's going to get a good exit, opening the DRS. Surely he's going to be all over him as we've got another car in the pits. I think that's Sam in the pits. We're going to go Midget, hopefully at the inside. No, not quite. He's gone up the inside in the end as Burnout ran a little bit wide. He's all over him now, and that's Williams, that's RBZ out of the pit. So could they catch RBZ by the time they go up the hill? I don't think they can. Midget now all over Burnout once again. Here we go. Midget's going to open the DRS, going to go around the outside, or that's up the inside into the chicane. Doesn't really have the speed advantage, though. Burnout must be doing lower wings at the moment. Midget looking up the inside, here we go. Around the outside, Burnout holds the position. Midget now up the inside. This is brilliant racing. And Midget takes the position back up into P6 for him, but Burnout's on the inside now, into the right, and this is allowing F1 Maestro to get back into play. And Burnout looks to have kept that position finally into P6 for him, and he's managed to get that place. So I'll have a quick look at the race directors. Burnout's getting a little bit of time through there. So Dizzy leads from Rapids after Razor's pit again, Hamilton's pit again, RBZ, they've all pit again apart from Dizzy and Rapids in 1-2 position. This is very, very good racing indeed. We're going to stick on board with it because I don't think there are any battles out on track unless we can quickly have a look. Hamilton's not in one, Racers is not in one, Rapids isn't in one, Dizzy's not in one. So we're going to go quickly back on board with Burnout. Here we go. When Coteria gets a shout out indeed. Midget looks to have lost a bit of time there, but he's going to be all over him in the slipstream. Here down to Blanchemont now into the final chicane once again. More battling from these two taking place. Midget not quite able to get past this time, but he's still all over him. Very impressive drive from him here on the primes after that incident earlier, which I believe he took part in. And out the inside, here comes Mighty Midget once again. Close racing here. Burnout's giving him the room nicely, having to run wide a little bit. And RBZ's been caught, I think, by these two at the moment, which is interesting indeed in the slipstream. And now Midget looking around the outside. I don't think he can make the move into Eau Rouge, but it's going to be Mighty Midget now all over him. Oh my goodness me, it's going to be an inevitable move once again with the DRS. For Mighty Midget sprawling all over the place, these two. But Midget going around the outside once again. Can he cover up Burnout this time? He does. He covers it very, very well. And that's Midget back up into 6th place. But how long will that last? Given the battle so far has gone on. This is very impressive racing. Into the right-hander once again, Burnout once again all over Midget. Neither of these drivers seems to be able to pull away once they overtake, but they're still catching RBZ very well. Someone's going to bin it here eventually, that's what I'm thinking at the moment, but somehow it's not happening at the moment. As we've got Burnout, Midget putting a little bit of a gap here, but I'm not sure if that's going to be able to be kept here as we go down into the right-hander. The slipstream will come into play very shortly, but Midget might be looking to get back on to RBZ here in a minute. Now to the right-hander Burnout. We'll go back on board with Midget quickly. See how he's doing. He's doing very well indeed. He's all over RBZ here. RBZ's really struggling at the moment here with the pace. RBZ, I'm not sure what tyres he's on. I believe he must be on the primes. He is. But here comes the Mighty Midget up the inside. We're talking about the battle between him and Rapids, but it's between him Burnout, sorry, and him and RBZ at the moment. We've just got a new fast acceleration from Sierra Hamilton. He's on a charge at the moment. But here we go. Midget, Burnout, and RBZ in a three-way battle here for 5th place. F1 Maestro is about to join it as well. Now into the right-hander we go of turn 1. RBZ running a little bit wide, and the Mighty Midget is all over him. He could even get it move done before at Rouge, not quite. But here we go. On the inside, no. Oh my god, he's sprawling away. Just try not to hit him here. Up by Rouge, this is unbelievable racing. And now he's surely going to get the move done. But Burnout's all over Midget as well. Which way are they going to go? Go to the inside. It's a three-way battle now. Go on board with Burnout F1. We'll go on board here. Burnout F1's taking both of them. A double move. Arby's doesn't know on the outside of Mighty Midget. He can't get that move done. Burnout F1 has taken both drivers there. And unbelievable scenes here. And Arby's has got a better accident than both of them. Mighty Midget's been held up. Arby's up the inside. Now, of those two. Go on board with Midget. Now, look at this three-way battle. You're going three-way there. Arby's dead's been hit. Midget's gone across the grass. Arby's dead on the outside. Oh, Mighty Midget's been pushed into the grass. And wow. Someone said that was going to be end in tears. And that's exactly not quite what happened, but near enough. It's ended in tears for Mighty Midget, who's lost from 5th to 7th here. Maestro's now all over him, a four-way battle there. And that will be disappointing for Mighty Midget. Let me know your opinions of that collision down in the comments. As Burnout's gone off. Burnout's been hit by someone. Burnout is off. And that is massive for the race. Burnout F1 is gone. And he must have lost a bit of his front wing. Or he's just ran wide or something's happened. Unbelievable stuff. Burnout has lost a lot of time. And he must have been involved in some sort of collision, and he is out of the battle. We were loving that battle between him and Mighty Midget. Unfortunately, that's come to an end. Very, very unfortunate. I think that was a racing incident, but hey, yeah, fair play, my friends. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Burnout. Did anyone see what happened? I think he must have just binned it or something, but here we go. Midget all over Arby's Head once again. Arby's Head struggling here compared to Mighty Midget. Mighty Midget seems to have the pace here, as Rapids F1 has come out of the pits right in front of Mighty Midget. And now going around the outside he goes. Yes, he has. He's made that move, the Mighty Midget. Now might be able to make the move on Arby's Head. Here we come. Down the DRS. Rapids will also maybe have DRS. I'm not 100% sure. But here we go. Midget up the inside. Rapids up the inside as well. Here we go. Another three-way battle for this race. Lovely camera shot there. Thank you, Codemasters. Midget takes the position. And now on the outside, not quite. Yes, a very exciting race. Midget takes 4th place. A brilliant move from him. Finally get past Arby's Head, which he would have wanted to do for the last couple of laps. Brilliant stuff. Rapids on the options will surely get past Arby's Head as soon as possible. And now we'll go back to the front. We've got racers all over Hamilton. I think Hamilton's managed to pass him on the options. Dizzy in a league of his own at the front. But wow, unbelievable racing. And here we go once again. Arby's Head on. Mighty Midget up the inside. He's managed to make that move stick. Oh, he's pushed Mighty Midget into the apex, but Midget has managed to keep it safe. Oh my goodness me, massive crash. And that's it. Midget is out of the race. Mighty Midget is out of the Belgian Grand Prix. And oh my days, Rapids is also out of the race. This is unbelievable scenes here at the race. Mighty Midget and Rapids are out of the Belgian Grand Prix on lap 16 after a collision. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What can you say about that? I feel so sorry for both drivers. Midget was providing us with some great racing. One of the most exciting races we've seen in a while. And he has left the session. I do not blame him. I feel so sorry for BPRL. They have been robbed of a very, very good race indeed. Dizzy Cupid is now out on the options. And he will win this race, surely, unless anything happens. Hamilton in 2nd. Arbizes moves up to 3rd. Racers is 4th now, out on the primes once again, so he'll be going to the end from there. Jay Pierce somehow has moved up into 5th place. That's unbelievable, really, from him. Rosberg has moved up to 7th. He's done a decent job. F1 has come out of the pits. These two were in the first lap collision, and now we're going to see what happens. We've got Cyril Rosberg right behind him. He's on the primes. You'd expect F1 Maestro to be able to get him back if he does make the move. Give him Cyril Rosberg on the primes, but we'll see what happens. Cyril Rosberg goes up the inside, and he manages to make that move stick, but we could see a little bit of a battle coming up for 6th place with the two guys that were involved in the collision on lap 1 along with Dizzy, but Dizzy will now surely win the race. And here we go. Oh my goodness me, F1 Maestro on the inside. He's hit the curb, he span a little bit. Half spin. Rosberg now on the inside. And he's run into the wall for some reason. I think that might be a bit of lag on my screen. But here we go. F1 Maestro maybe at the inside here. Not quite. Rosberg's managed to keep that place, but that battle could be ongoing in the next couple of laps. not much else coming out on track here. We've got Sam down in ninth, unfortunate for him after being involved in collisions, burnout as well. But BPRT will stand as one and finish third. Okay, so here we go. F1 Maestro all over Cyril Rosberg. As I said, I was expecting this. And here we go. Can Maestro stick in the slipstream? Here we go. Into Blanchemont. And now on the run to the bus stop chicane. Will he get enough slipstream to be able to go around the outside? No, he won't. So he'll stick, maybe wait. Hold his time. Wait for that move up Eau Rouge, which we're expecting to occur in a couple of seconds' time. Let's grieve this incident for years to come. Well, I think Martin Midget will be grieving it for at least a week. See if he races next week. But here we go. F1 Maestro all over Cyril Rosberg as we come up Eau Rouge. Will he be able to make this move? I think he will. He's odds on to make the move. With the DRS and the slipstream, this should be a simple move. The DRS hasn't seemed to be that powerful so far in this race, but F1 Maestro makes that move up into 6th place with Rosberg up his inside. But I don't think he's going to be able to make that. So Maestro moves up into... So then Maestro moves up into 6th place, and he'll be looking to hunt down RBZ, who seems to be struggling with pace at the moment for some reason. I'm not sure what he's on the options, but he seems to be struggling a little bit. J. Pearce in 4th now, Hamilton in 3rd after a couple of crashes. Not sure what's happened actually. We'll check the race director to see what the state of play is as we move into the final stint. We've got Dizzy Keeper looking like a 2-stop, obviously now on the options. He leads the race from races in 2nd on the options. Sarah Hamilton also on the options 3rd. JPS could be going to the end on the primes in 4th. RBZ and Maestro go to the end as well as Sarah Rosberg looks like on the option and prime respectively. Bad on the options as Sam has had a poor race indeed. He has 4 stopped and he is now on the prime tyres. Dizzy Keeper sets the fast lap of the race of 1:46.486. That would have been a lot of people's qualifying laps as races is now in 2nd. Tobin is doing quite well, but Cyril Hamilton will be looking to close him down. That could be a battle to look out for in a moment as RBZ, Maestro, Rosberg seems to have lost a bit of time at the moment, unfortunately due to being on the prime tyres, and you could expect maybe burnout to be able to close that gap at the moment. So it's actually been a thrilling race at the moment, which is amazing stuff. We thought after that tailwind crash it might have been quite good. See Dizzy's romp at the field, but he did that very quickly indeed. And he managed to look like take the win, but now RBZ could be under pressure soon from F1 Maestro. Be looking to salvage a result after being involved in that tailwind crash along with Cyril Rosberg, who's just behind him. Can Cyril Hamilton bridge that gap to races? That'll be the key thing here. We'll look at their last laps in a second, so we'll go quickly here. We've got RBZ races his last couple of laps, 47.9 last lap. Cyril Hamilton did a well, he hasn't actually set a lap yet on the new tyres. I think that might be a glitch. He can't have hit that many times, but anyway, pretty slow laps. If I put it on the primes, which means he's pretty slow, but the gap has definitely closed down. Cyril Hamilton is going to be all over races as we come up into Eau Rouge, surely, as Sam F1 FC is the first man to be disqualified from the session. To be honest, it's been pretty good for Cuts at the moment. I don't think many people have actually been disqualified. He's the only one to be disqualified, so be interested to see how bad the Cuts are. We'll see at the end of the race. But here we go, the battle for 2nd place. The chat is roaring on. Tobin and races for BPRO after their unlucky race so far. But Cyril Hamilton's all over him. Surely this move will be done. He's bridged about 2 seconds, just about a lap. Here we go then, Cyril Hamilton up Eau Rouge, all over races now. He will be opening the DRS very shortly indeed, and here it comes. Will he go up the inside or will he go around the outside? Looking up the inside into the first part of the chicane, and it looks like he's got that move done. He's cut across him nicely, and Cyril Hamilton is into 2nd place. Great move from him. Will races be able to react? I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. Hamilton seems to have the pace, and it looks like Cyril Hamilton will come home in 2nd, barring any problems. But if races can stick in the slipstream, there is no reason why he can't come 2nd. Go down the order now. JP has done a great job in the Red Bull to come, looking like a good 4th place for him. Maestro in 5th, looking like closing that gap. Not sure if he'll be able to. Rosberg and Burnout. Burnout's not all over Cyril Rosberg. Rosberg has a torrid race, and it's looking like it could get even worse in the moment here as Burnout is all over him. Into P1 we go, the left under. Can Burnout stick in the dirty air? Looks like he can, as he is now all over Cyril Rosberg. Rosberg's dire race, not by his own fault by the way, just overall dire race, could about to come even worse as we move on to the second last lap with Dizzy. I'm sure had already started that second last lap, as here we go. Burnout looking all over Cyril Rosberg. Rosberg could be demoted to last place. He hasn't deserved this. He was second on the grid. He looked like having great pace, but 2 collisions he's been involved in so far. I'm not sure if any of those fault. We'll see probably the stewards later, but Burnout takes that place, and we'll now go on board back with that battle that we wanted to see. Cyril Hamilton, we've cut it across just at the right time, because racers, I said if he could stick in the slipstream he would have a chance, and he does have a chance. Up we go through Eau Rouge, and this is looking like the simplest of moves. We're on the outside of Cyril Hamilton. He's going to stick in the slipstream as late as possible, but Cyril Hamilton looks like a great top speed, and racers couldn't bridge the gap. I'm really surprised that's happened actually. Unbelievable really, that racers has not managed to take that place. Hamilton must be running 1-1 wings. I'm not sure why racers wouldn't be running those low wings, but maybe the suspension or other settings might make a difference. Cyril Hamilton managed to keep 2nd place. This battle will stick with though, probably near enough to the end of the race now, as I think Burnout will be able to pull clear of Cyril Rosberg. Now racers all over Hamilton. Will the dirty air pay much effect? I don't think it will, because racers has got a decent line. He's lost a little bit, but he might be able to get on the inside here. No, he can't. Hamilton's managed to keep that place. On board now with Cyril Hamilton. As you can see there by the arrow, racers is all over him. Into the right-hander now. He's running a little bit wide. Could give racers a go. When you're on board with racers, no, we're not going to stick with this camera because this is a great camera. Racers is all over him now. Can he go around the outside or up the inside into Blanchimont? I wonder if he kept the DRS codes to make the move on lap 22. That is a very good shout. Shy Guy 306. Maybe he's sticking behind him here. This could be a good ploy from him. I didn't really think of that. I thought about that just now. And he is sticking just behind him into maybe the final lap. Maybe, oh, Cyril Hamilton's got a poor exit, but race is still refusing to make the move as we move into the final lap of the race. Dizzy Cupid looks like taking the win. But now, here we go. This is the battle for 2nd place. Racers is all over him. For BPRL, Cyril will want to keep the 2nd place. They feel they would have deserved it. But here we go. Up Eau Rouge. Racers will surely make the move this time. Here we go. Around the outside, perhaps. Yeah, sorry, it's quite loud, I think, this mic. But around the outside, here we go. Racers is going to make that move. And he has made it, so Racers is into 2nd place, and Cyril Hamilton demoted to 3rd, and he's lost quite a bit of time. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to gain that back. RBZ looks like a decent gap to Maestro. I don't think that will be making any moves. Burnout looks a decent gap to Rosberg. Dizzy Cupid will probably go on to board at the end of the race, but we've still got this battle going on for 2nd place. But it looks like Racers will have this job done. BPRL with a love heart there from Tyrrell Martin. He's pleased that Racers have managed to take 2nd. He will take 2nd, but Cyril Hamilton's been disqualified from the race. Cyril Hamilton is absolutely gutted. He is out of the Belgian Grand Prix on the final lap. Dizzy Cupid, after crashing in lap 1, he has won the Belgian Grand Prix in dominant fashion. A brilliant drive from him. But here we go. Racers will come home in 2nd place. Cyril Hamilton, just overtaken, has now been disqualified from the race. And here comes Racers. BPRO will have deserved this 2nd place. Midget was up there battling in decent positions before his crash and then being smashed out. I'm not sure if it is his fault, but he got taken out. And here we go, Racers coming around the final corner for BPRO. He's swerving. He knows how important that 2nd place is. Racers comes home in 2nd place. RBZ, somehow, some way for SRO. He didn't look like he had the pace throughout the race, but he comes home in 3rd place for SRO. He'll be very happy with that. F1 Maestro follows through for 4th place, or 3rd now because of penalties. I'm not sure if that will change. Rosberg coming around the final corner. A devastating race for him. He'll be very disappointed indeed, but he comes home in 7th place. So Dizzy Cupid, after crashing on lap 1, takes an astounding victory in the race. Hopefully he'll be able to get the race director to speed, count up cuts and all that. A brilliant, brilliant race from him. Dizzy wins from races. Maestro in 3rd as it stands after Obzin got a 3-second penalty. Burnout in 5th. J. Pearson 6th after a penalty. And Rosberg in 7th. Midget, Rapids, Stopmat, Silent Thief and Sam did not finish the race. As well as Sierra Hamilton. But if anyone wants to have a quick look at the cuts, here they are. I'm not sure how bad it is today. It looks fairly bad. Maybe not as bad as we've seen before. Congratulations to Dizzy Cooper, congratulations to RBZ and racers. A brilliant, brilliant race. Unbelievable, that battle between Midget and Rapid. Shame it ended as it did. Someone predicted that it would end in tears, and it did end in tears with both out of the race. But quite frankly, a brilliant race. Dizzy Cupid takes an unsurprising win, but after that lap 1, maybe people thought it might have been surprising. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this stream. It's been a brilliant, brilliant race. And we'll see you next time for Brazil. I think I won't be streaming, but I hope James Casey does manage to stream successfully this time. I will be away, so I won't be seeing you ever again until next season. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the race. Dizzy Cupid wins F1 League, extend their lead in the championship. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.